Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayeshva bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Bhagavatyuttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. Krishnaya vasudevaya devaki nandanaya cha. Nandagopakumaraya govindaya namo namaha. See, so these are some of the things which can give you an idea of what is. It's a very experienceable, one can feel it in one's heart. Mm. One whose heart is not big enough, one who has a scarcity mentality, one is unable to see or appreciate the success of others. If somebody else succeeds in anything, success, or someone is being appreciated, unable to tolerate it, feeling uneasy. Oftentimes, people compare with others who are in the same field. Like preachers will compare with preachers, book distributors will compare with, garland makers will compare with, cooks will compare with cooks. Like that they will do. If you are a book distributor, you may not so much worry about a cook. You may be open to appreciate another cook. Somebody is cooking. Oh, that Mataji makes such a wonderful bhoga for the Lord. You don't have any problem appreciating them. But I am a book distributor, somebody else also is book distributor. Somebody praises them to me. I may feel somebody is, the sand below my feet is getting eroded. Feel uneasy. Or the rug is being pulled, which is below my feet. I may feel uneasy. Because secretly within our heart we think I am the best in everything. That's the implicit idea. Or, for example, no one can be better than me. That's entertain. Mike is coming.
But if you see, even in the outside world,
Yeah.
in sports, people they compete with their own scores. Like,
Yeah.
for example, somebody has done some score in some sports activity. He will try to break his own record.
That is very
He will
good.
not try to go.
That is very good. This is called as compare yourself with yourself.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
that is
yes.
that's I'm going to say that.
That should be the
Yeah.
way.
So that's the ideal thing it is. Yeah, that's the ideal thing. Like I am running sprint in say about 25 seconds. And then I can try to make it 22 seconds, then 18 seconds. That is nice, but these people don't do that. They make unhealthy comparison with peers, and they feel morals are related. Actually, in such cutthroat competitions, sometimes people have even committed suicide also. Mhm. See how gross it can be, I will tell you. Recently, I was reading, seeing on video in America, one Indian boy was a topper in computer science in one very famous Purdue University, some university, famous university. So he was like number one in the entire college in computer science. His roommate was some Chinese or Japanese boy, one boy who was also striving to get that first rank. He was in the first 3, 4 ranks like that. So when he saw that again, second time, third time, his roommate only stood first, he practically took a knife and stabbed him. He killed him, and then video came. And then police are coming and catching him. On either side, 2 police are taking him to the police station. They showed the video. And that boy had a very bright career ahead, that Indian boy. He would have become an entrepreneur in some big company. So now you may wonder, how can somebody do that? You may wonder. But actually, this is an example of inferiority complex in action. And don't think that's the only instance, a standalone instance. You can see Kritadyuti's co-wives killed the child there. Harsha Shoka. That's what I was about to write. Shastric examples, if you see. So the idea of their killing Harsha Shoka was in order to bring Kritadyuti to the same status as them. Because she won't have any extra status. That was their idea. Correct now? That was their idea. Mhm. Mantra, what she did? Mantra smartly arose envy in Kaikeyi by comparing her position with Kaushalya's. Because both are queens. That's why she said, your position will be diminished, Kaushalya's position will be enhanced. Then in that way, you are not going to be the favorite queen of Dasharatha. Like that she said. Immediately, then Kaikeyi became insecure. Oh, my king now, I am his favorite now. Hmm. Amongst the three queens, she was the most beautiful. So king was attracted to her. Now, in case Rama becomes the king, then his mother becomes all important. Then I will not be. So, which means this also arises due to self-importance. These are some derivations. You can derive some certain things. For example, one is due to excessive self-importance. We tend to uh, want to attract everyone's attention towards us. Mm. So this is a very strong desire to be the center of attraction. And there is only one center of attraction universally. Who is that? Krishna, all attractive. So when we want to be the center of attraction because of self-importance, then somebody else becomes. I don't know how many of you heard about this. In a home where there was one child, when the second child comes, everybody's eyes are on second child. It's a newborn baby, tender baby. Then the first child, a small boy, he feels nobody's looking at me. Then he'll go and pinch the child. You know that? Why he pinches his younger brother? You know, he thinks that, oh, now that another new one has come, nobody needs me anymore. Like that he feels. So he feels that I am not wanted now, like I was wanted before. Before this fellow came, I was the apple of eye, of everybody at home. Now that love has become divided now. Huh? So we want it in a one-pointed way towards us. So
Prabhuji, I was also thinking about this example that you gave, this computer science wala,
yeah,
and trying to connect it with Bhagavad Gita. Kamesha, Krodesha, Rajoguna,
samudbhava, correct.
So then, because we are not able to curb those calm vasanas,
Yeah,
then those krodha also is coming.
yeah, that also is coming. That's true. Yeah. So
Hare Krishna.
the elder kid.
Prabhuji, can I ask?
What happens with the elder kid? Yeah.
One question can I ask? So these examples more of jealousy than inferiority complex, right? So what is different?
Actually, I will explain the differences between jealousy, envy, insecurity, competition. I will be telling that as we proceed. Some differences there between them. Yeah. One of the things with see, jealousy means what? You have a costly car and I have a less costly car. So I have a Maruti and say you have a Benz. Now I tell you, oh, you got Benz. I wish one day I can also have Benz. Like that when you say that is jealousy. That means you desire that you also want. But you don't desire any harm for him. Correct, no? You also desire that, oh, he has, I also want. That's all you have. That is jealousy. Now envy means, how can this fool have Benz? Somebody like me should be having. To think like that. That is envy. Para utkarsha sahanam means unable to tolerate somebody's progress. Not able to take it. Correct, no? Like Arjuna was, Duryodhana was telling to Shakuni that, my dear uncle, how can any gentleman in this world can see his enemies prosper? Like that he was asking. Um, He didn't want to think about his own prosperity. He wanted to see the prosperity of Pandavas destroyed. That is envy. Envy is more dirty than jealousy. Jealousy is innocent, little innocent. But envy is more dangerous like that. Now, insecurity means what? Feeling some fear that the other person is doing something great, they'll become famous, and they'll be more wanted. Attention will be taken away from me. And mera kya hoga kal. So insecurity arises from fear of being unwanted or unloved or uncared for. Or, for example, if somebody has to give up his post and a successor is going to take up, it's very painful for a person to give up. Because when he is holding a post, everybody has to come to him for signatures, permissions, and they'll salute him, respect him. When he's away from the post, people may not offer him that kind of importance. So the fear of losing importance, that also you can write. Fear of, yeah, yes, yes.
Like Suruchi treating Dhruv Maharaj, because considering that probably Dhruv Maharaj
Correct.
was taking a better position now in
Exactly.
the eyes of Uttanta.
Yeah, like Suruchi, insecure. That. Why? Because Dhruva is elder queen's son. That was their fear. You're right. Huh? Same. Dhritarashtra, that's a very good example. Dhritarashtra also. So we will write that here, Dhritarashtra also. Yeah. Dhritarashtra desiring to see Pandavas vanquished. Yeah. So that his son take up the throne. Correct, no? This is me and mine mentality. He was least concerned about, if Duryodhana rules, what will happen to the world. Praja is not his focus. My son should be ruling. No matter how he rules, it's no problem like that. Okay, I'll ask you a simple question. Say you are supposed to recommend somebody for a particular service in the temple. Say Govindas requires one manager. Now you can recommend somebody who is your godbrother or godsister for that service, who is not very competent. But there is another person very competent who is capable of running the show very nicely and experienced 10, 15 years also. And that person also is available. But that person is not aware that such a job is available here. He is not aware. And you know both the fellows, A and B. So generally people are likely to choose which one, A or B? A. Because they will think that it is my god brother, my god sister. Baad mein I can easily handle them. But if somebody else, which was that?
If the goal is seva at the lotus feet of Krishna, then obviously that devotee will choose the another person who is competent and find out some Hare Krishna. Find out some mutual role for that his own devotee also, if he want to support or she want to support.
Yeah.
So
now, for example, the B candidate is more competent. Although that person may not be our god brother or unknown to us. But from a competence point of view and ISKCON's profit point of view, he is better. Then we should choose that person. We should not bother that, okay, that person may not be my god brother or may not be known to me also. So we have to be very objective. Nowadays, you may be aware, now there are AI tools for evaluation and all nowadays, correct now? We can objectively evaluate. The human element doesn't come. That's why. So there are ways to evaluate. Say you need for a post some dozen qualities. Now you use a AI tool to evaluate two people. It's not going to do any nepotism. Correct now? So nowadays they're taking help of AI tools, and then you can add a human element if you want. The idea is, we like here it is said, Dhritarashtra was showing nepotism. Nepotism means favoritism towards his own son. Correct now? Showing that. Actually, he was also blind. His son was spiritually blind. Still, he wanted him to be the king. Correct, no? So, yeah. Similarly, I just want to give one more example, then I'll take it. See, how many of you have seen somebody in your group who is very timid, very submissive, not so intelligent, but considers you like a hero or a heroine, and is willing to run around and do whatever you say. He is like your yes Mataji or yes man, whatever. You have right under you. This is A, one candidate. And there is another candidate B who is shrewd, who is smart, who sometimes even cross questions your decisions and sometimes brings some information from other leaders and says that this also is another possibility and things like that. So we feel a naturally flowing affinity towards A or B. A, correct? No? We naturally feel. And also many times we take A into confidence and speak many things, and B we may not take into confidence because we think B is somewhat like my enemy. We think like that. But sometimes the B may bring big success to the group also. Because somebody who cross questions our decisions may help us to be more, may help us to do critical thinking about our own decisions. And the way I am planning now, if I present this to my group, that B may object. You may think like that. And then you may also take care to, present properly. Correct, no? So How many of you think it's advantageous to have 1 or 2 Bs in our group? You're sure? Amazing. You're all very Vaishnavas free from envy, I think. Huh? No. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Correct.
Prabhuji, this inferiority complex, I feel there's one more avenue to develop inferiority complex. Let's take two children, A and B. Now, child A is always badgered by his parents. Everything he does is wrong, and B is always encouraged by the parents. So, child A is invariably likely to develop this inferiority
He develops a
complex.
complex.
So the conditioning,
It's upbringing.
the upbringing conditioning
Upbringing matters. Yes.
also matters.
Yeah. But we can also come out of that upbringing in the later years by good association. Come out. Huh? So now you've got an idea.
So one thing I would like to comment, especially in outside world,
Yeah.
there will always be some B in the group. And that really makes us to be on the edge of putting the process rightly.
That is very good for us, right?
Yeah.
that actually it's an advantage for us. Actually, B may not be submissive to us, but they bring they add some value to our group sometimes. And A may be very polite, submissive, well behaved. They may be up to our expectation, but they may not do much. So they become our pet. We call them as pet. Dear pet. Only this pet cannot do much. It's like that. So, one point I said, due to excessive self-importance, we tend to want to attract everyone's attention towards us. One thing I said. Another thing I said, favoritism may please our mind and senses, but does not fulfill the needs of the mission. Right now? So favoritism will be pleasing to us. Oh, I got my favorite man or under me. But then it doesn't, the mission suffers because of that. The job will not happen. What is supposed to happen? Unqualified person cannot do good.
Even if B is there are more chances of doing more services also, because ideas come from side of B also.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
definitely it will help.
It will help. Yeah, that's true. Only thing is we should be relatively free from false ego to be able to accommodate the B's suggestions without any reservations. Correct, no? Yeah. And also, inferiority leads to destructive thoughts. I'll just show you one skit. I'll show you.
So, Prabhuji, in one of the groups in some area in India, so there was this B person, and he was challenging his smart also.
Okay.
But the mentor was like very sober. So what did this B person do? He actually he took all the whole counseling group in confidence, and he went against the counselor. He put everybody against the counselor, and he himself became the leader
of the group. So he sidelined the counselor.
He sidelined the counselor. Then
Yes.
that case,
What to do?
what?
It's a good question. So, one thing what we should do, in case you find someone very powerful in your group, you feel that they are very competent to handle, you can create one new group for them and give them the whole group to them and ask them to develop the group from the scratch. So then you have kept their senses engaged and they become busy and preoccupied. And then when they succeed, they will give all credit to you. That my senior empowered me, and because of that, now I am what I am today is because of my senior. My senior only gave me this opportunity. I'm grateful. So they're grateful practically their whole life. On the other hand, if you don't give them engagement, thinking that they will become a competitor, then they take your group only. And tomorrow, then you become less important and they become all important. Hmm. Um, Smart. Correct. Yeah. Actually, what you are talking is a very important question, which we could devote one full section for this, because as we all grow in our seniority, the people in the lower rungs are easy to handle. But people who are right next to us, the next 4, 5 people next to us, they are the people who know us very closely. And they know our deficiencies also. Huh? And some of them can become envious of us also. Huh? They may sometimes talk ill of us, they may turn against us, and they become independent also. And that has happened even against gurus also. What to speak of counselor? There are people who have turned against the guru also. And they have become competitor of guru also.
Yes.
Yeah, there are people like so. When that is the case, what to speak of counselors and leaders like that? So, what we have to do, in my understanding, is treating adolescent devotees is not same as treating very young devotees. I'll write the difference between the two. The adolescent devotee, you understand the meaning of adolescent, no? There. Yeah. Is it okay? I can send it to him. I can do that. Yeah. Yes. Now you get an idea, na? How? Yes, right. I am spending some time on this. I'm spending time because many of you will eventually have to deal with people like this. Many of you are growing in your number of years, correct? You have to deal with grown-up devotees in your group. Yeah. Yes.
Prabhuji, you seem to have listed the attributes of a very wonderful adolescent devotee or a team member. But there are many who are exactly the opposite of all this. They have to be told exactly what needs to be done. You have to stand on their heads.
So now you can educate them now, isn't it?
No, that's what. They don't come around to this level at all. They just want to remain in their cocoon and, be told what is what needs to be
One
done.
important thing I forgot to write here. Yeah. Because when there are two people in your same team who are like cat and rat, say both are your team members, and you have to work with them. So both cat also loves you, rat also loves you, but you don't love each other. So adolescent leaders are those who actually know how to reconcile contradictions and make them function. Two examples I can give you. One is Samudramanthan Leela. One is because Lord Vishnu is such a amazing Lord. Samudramanthan Leela. Leela where Lord Vishnu could do a project with Devatas and Asuras of opposite nature. Correct, no? This is one example. Another example, Shiva's Darbar. Where, tiger and bull and the bull. Yeah. Kalyan? Correct. Correct. Yes. You see, isn't it? In Shiva's Darbar, there's tiger, bull, snake, mouse, peacock, snake, and Ganga water from the head, and fire in Shiva's hand, isn't it? So, Lord Shiva is such an exalted Vaishnava that he's able to resolve all the contradictions and keep them continuing seva in his own group. Huh? Yeah.
Leaders who subordinates possessing opposite natures can reconcile contradictions.
Yeah.
In this case, one case I have is that one of my counseling friends, not in and around Pune, you can say, so she actually transferred one of her counselees in my group, thinking that she was not able to handle this. So one of my counseling friends, she says that I'm not able to handle this counseling. Why? Because husband and wife, they're staying separately. Both are devotees. The child is also a devotee.
Okay.
And husband backbites the wife and the wife backbites the husband. And we both, husband and wife.
And they come for their meeting.
Yeah, they come for their council meeting.
Okay.
Then she said, you take care of the wife and we both will take care of the husband.
Oh, right. So we will take care of the husband, you take care of the wife. Okay.
But the wife problem is that she does not want to surrender. She all the time wants to tell everything about the husband, and husband is peacefully doing his bhakti. Husband has nothing to do with the wife. husband is, completely dedicated in that particular line. Sometimes husband does out of frustration say, but most of the time, now
So you know that the problem is not with the husband but with the wife.
Right,
But then she is not in the mood to accept.
She's not in the mood to even attend any classes, neither any council meetings from that side, neither any council meeting from this side, neither morning japa.
Oh, actually, unsurrendered people cannot be instructed. It's useless because it will fall in deaf ears. We need some kind of
commitment. Have many excuses that no, I don't have a data connection, I don't have,
So you should tell that counselor, see, you handed over her to us, but she's not coming for the meetings. Please kindly take her back.
Yeah.
Give it back.
See, she's also tired.
So yesterday also, one question came in the night. I was giving a lecture for one group. They were saying that like amongst two people, one is unreasonable, other one is reasonable. It becomes very difficult. It will become very difficult. One out of the two parties.
And so much of my team keeps calling her and come to the temple. She might come to the temple, but
not come to the class.
Not come to the council meeting. We are sometimes
one thing is you also have to disown some counsellors saying that you better don't come for the meeting. You are not regularly attending and be on your own or go to somebody else. Because otherwise, officially they will be under you and tomorrow you will be held responsible for their actions. And now what we said was not about ordinary counsellors. These are adolescent devotees in our group who are grown-up devotees. Which means this is about people who are also likely to become very soon assistant counselors or counselors, that kind of people. For them, this will...
Also, Prabhuji, the leaders who are open to feedback and seek feedback regularly from adolescent devotees, I think they would appreciate such leaders.
We can write that. That point I wrote here in one of the places, I'll tell you. One of the points I wrote that. See here, this point you see. Read that point.
Open-minded leaders who even take their suggestions sometimes and implement them.
Correct?
Yeah, correct.
The point, Yeah, correct. But Nardaman is not dealing with one person, but Shiva and Samudramantan Lord is dealing with two opposite natures within a group. Like sometimes you will see one guru has two disciples. One is very, very, liberal. Another one is very strict. And he has to handle both the disciples. So there may be sometimes fights between the two people. But both of them love the guru, but they may have difficulty with each other. But because they are, just like in a flower vase, there are varieties of flowers. But they all are put inside the vase. So the guru is like the vase who contains everybody. At the same time, there is variety in the disciples. So Lord handles like that. So now I'll take you to one PPT now. Let's go to one PPT. Okay, let me just save this. Okay, I'll just save this. I'll send it to... If you add anything, then I'll send you this, okay? One drama I'm going to show you. You can see this.
Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshāmyanasūya sahitam yajñā raja vidya uttamam
हरि बोल उन्होंने रुचि माता जी को 4 भक्ति ऋषियों का लीडर बना दिया। तुम्हारा क्या हो रहा है?
देखिए प्रभु, रुचि माता जी मेरी बहुत ही अच्छी सहेली है। उनके 4 भक्ति वृक्षाओं में से एक भक्ति वृक्षा को मैं खुद लीड कर रही हूँ। मुझे बहुत कुछ इंस्पिरेशन मिलता है रुचि माता जी को देखकर। मुझे बहुत कुछ सीखने के लिए भी मिलता है।
लेकिन तुम और रुचि तो एक ही साथ आए थे भक्ति में, वो तुमसे आगे कैसे निकल गई?
प्रभु, हमारे 2 बच्चे हैं और उनके तो अभी तक बच्चे नहीं हैं, इसीलिए वो कृष्ण सेवा में ज्यादा वक्त दे पा रही है और कृष्ण सेवा करने में उसको बहुत उत्सुकता भी है। तो क्या हुआ अगर मुझे उसके नीचे काम करना पड़े? आखिर ये कृष्ण भावनामृत का जो संघ है, ये कई कई प्रचारकों का कंट्रीब्यूशन से ही आगे बढ़ता है और इसमें हमारा जो हिस्सा है वो जी भर के निभाएंगे और उसी से संतुष्ट होंगे।
छोड़ो ये भक्ति रिचुअल लीडर, मुझे तो लगता है इंडिपेंडेंट काम करो। अच्छा नहीं लगता है यार अपने समान डिवोटी के नीचे काम करने में।
तो क्या हुआ अगर हम दोनों एक ही साथ में और एक ही टाइम में कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस में आए हैं। मैं खुद ऐसा महसूस करती हूँ कि वो मुझसे बहुत आगे है आध्यात्मिक स्तर पे और वैष्णव गुणों में। मगर हमें जो भी अवसर मिला है प्रचार करने के लिए, ऐसी संकुचित चेतना से उसे खो बैठेंगे तो हमारे प्रभुपाद जी का मिशन आगे कैसे बढ़ेगा?
क्या तुम्हें दिक्कत नहीं हो रही है इसके नीचे काम करने में? वो तो तुम्हारी बराबर की है यार।
नहीं नहीं प्रभु जी, मैं हमेशा ऐसा महसूस करती हूँ कि मुझे सेवा करने के लिए जो भी अवसर मिला है ये सिर्फ गुरु महाराज की और कृष्ण भगवान की कृपा से मुझे मिला है और इसके लिए मैं हमेशा हमेशा के लिए आभारी हूँ।
हाँ ललिता, तुम सही कह रही हो। तुम्हारा भक्ति का भाव देख के मेरा मन तो बहुत ही शांत हो गया। तुम्हारा दिल बहुत ही बड़ा है। दूसरों को अप्रिशिएट करना ये तो बहुत ही अच्छा गुण है। मुझे तो बहुत कुछ सीखना पड़ेगा तुमसे। कैसे रह सकती हो इतनी नॉन एवियस? अपने रहस्य तो बताओ, मैं खुद ये सब तुमसे सीखना चाहता हूँ।
प्रभु, आप ही लेके गए मुझे ISKCON प्रोग्राम्स में और इंट्रोड्यूस किए कई कई प्रोग्राम्स को और वही मिली मुझे रुचि माता जी। और जो कुछ भी मैं सीखी हूँ आज तक वो सिर्फ आपके ही प्रोत्साहन से सीखी हूँ और उसके लिए मैं सदा सदा के लिए आगे आभारी हूँ।
हरि बोल।
See, they have recorded this in 6 or 8 clips. If any of you are ready to do this, I can give you skits. You can make in your home and send me. Huh? I have got about 20-25 skits like this. I have got done different. Nice it was? Yeah. Actually, there are skits which only girls have done also. In Hyderabad, I got it done. Mataji from her group. There are two girls who... that is actually, that is also Insecurity. One more. Maybe you can see that also. I'll show you that. This is the one. They're taken very naturally, sir.
आओ बैठो। Sit. मैं पानी लेके आती हूँ। बहुत खुशी हो रही है तुम्हें मिलके श्वेता। कैसी हो? क्या चल रहा है आजकल?
ठीक हूँ माता जी।
Volume is low now, volume.
माता जी, क्योंकि आप मेरे काउंसलर हैं, आपसे कुछ सलाह लेनी है मुझे। मैं और शांति जब फर्स्ट ईयर इंजीनियरिंग में पढ़ते थे उस टाइम हम बहुत क्लोज थे। अभी करीब भी है और 4 साल से कृष्ण भक्ति भी कर रहे हैं, लेकिन एक दूसरे को देखकर उतना प्रसन्न नहीं हो रहे। उसका क्या कारण हो सकता है माता जी?
ठीक है, एक बात बताओ, तुम्हें शांति में क्या अच्छा लगता है और ऐसी क्या बात है जो तुम दोनों के बीच में ऐसी दूरी आ गई है?
शांति में सारे गुण अच्छे हैं माता जी। अच्छे गाना बनाती है, अच्छा माला बनाती है, अच्छा गाना भी गाती है।
Two friends are having a problem.
करती हूँ।
See, these two are thick friends, this girl and her other friend, but suddenly she is facing some uneasiness. So she is coming and saying that in college days we were very simple devotees, but now they both have grown in seniority and they both have become mentors now. Huh? These are 2 mentors. So this girl is one mentor and there is one more also. Now she is talking about her.
अभी वो 20 लड़कियों का ख्याल रख रही है माता जी, जो हमेशा उसके साथ रहते हैं, हंसी मजाक करते हैं। और मेरे पास सिर्फ 4 लड़कियां हैं माता जी, जिनका मैं बहुत मुश्किल से ख्याल रख पाती हूँ। कभी कभी बहुत अकेलापन महसूस होता है माता जी। मैं और शांति एक साथ ही कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस में आए, लेकिन वो बहुत आगे बढ़ गया और मैं पीछे रह गई माता जी। उसको अच्छे हस्बैंड भी मिले हैं और देखो मेरे पेरेंट्स अभी भी लड़के ढूंढ रहे हैं।
मैं समझती हूँ कि तुम भी बहुत प्रचुर मात्रा में कृष्ण भक्ति का प्रचार करना चाहती हो और बहुत सारे लड़कियों तक ये कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस पहुंचाना चाहती हो। ये बहुत ही अच्छी बात है और साथ ही भगवान सही समय पे तुम्हारी शादी कराएंगे एक बहुत अच्छे लड़के के साथ। इसकी फिक्र तुम बिल्कुल ना करो और मैं तुमसे कल बात करूंगी, ठीक है?
थैंक यू सो मच माता जी। हरे कृष्ण।
See, this girl has two problems. Her friend has got married and this girl, she didn't get married. Huh? And her friend has got 25 girls coming to her program. And she only has 5, 6. So these are her two problems. But the counselor Mataji, did she tell on her face, why are you envious? She didn't. Did she say that? She didn't say. She just said that you are keen to get married soon and you are also eager to preach and bring more girls. These two are your problems. Actually, problem she has detected properly, but she didn't discourage her in any way. She said, tomorrow we will talk.
एक बार शांति को कॉल करके उससे बात करते हैं। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरि बोल शांति, कैसे हो?
बहुत अच्छी हूँ माता जी, आप कैसे?
मैं ठीक हूँ। एक बात बताओ, आज शाम को क्या कर रही हो?
कुछ खास नहीं माता जी।
तो अगर फ्री हो तो आ जाओगे हमारे घर, एक बार मिलेंगे।
जरूर माता जी।
हरि ठीक है, तो मैं वेट करती हूँ।
जरूर माता जी।
हरे
कृष्ण।
बाय। हरि बोल शांति, आ जाओ। चलो आ जाओ।
जी माता जी। हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा शांति।
आज कृष्ण के लिए क्या खास बन रहा है?
अभी मैं संध्या भोग बना रही हूँ, पालक की खिचड़ी। बहुत पसंद है हमारे भगवान को। बस हो गया। शांति, तुमसे मिलके मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है। तुम कृष्ण भक्ति का इतना अच्छा प्रचार कर रही हो और इतने सारे लड़कियों को प्रभुपाद की कृपा का पात्र बना रही हो। बहुत गर्व है मुझे तुमसे।
ये सब आपकी कृपा है माता जी। आपने ही मुझे और श्वेता को हमारे कॉलेज के पहले साल में कृष्ण भक्ति के बारे में बताया था। हम लोग तो सिर्फ इन लड़कियों को आपके पास लाने में आपकी मदद कर रहे हैं ताकि आप इनको भक्त बना सकें।
तुम बहुत विनम्र हो शांति। इतने सारी लड़कियों को ISKCON में ला रही हो और इतने सारे सेवाएं कर रही हो। कैसे मिल रहा है तुम्हें इतना समय?
मैं इस बारे में आपसे बहुत पहले से बात करना चाहती थी माता जी। मेरे बहुत सारे सेवाएं होने के कारण घर पे काम, नई जॉब, भरतनाट्यम क्लासेस और इसके साथ साथ कृष्ण प्रचार की सेवाओं के कारण मेरी तबीयत बहुत खराब रहती है आजकल। मैं श्वेता की बहुत आभारी रहूंगी अगर वो मेरा थोड़ा भार उठा सके। मुझे लगता है कि मैं नए लड़कियों को भक्ति में ला सकती हूँ, मगर श्वेता फिलॉसफी में और ट्रेनिंग में, साधना में बहुत अच्छी है। वो बहुत अच्छा भक्त बना सकती है।
ये तो बहुत अच्छी बात है।
See how amazing it is. This girl has not even an iota of envy for the other girl. What's her name? Shweta? Shweta. Shanti has no envy for Shweta, but Shweta is imagining that, oh, she's very proud that she has 25 girls and I have nobody. But she's telling, I have 25 girls, but I'm not very good in cultivating them. I am only good in bringing them. And it will be nice if she can share. She's even ready to give her. So what this shows, in this world, sometimes there may be cleavage between two people foolishly because of imagined injustices, because of imagined problems. As such, there is no problem. Both of them, if they... Ravindra Prabhu says, people don't talk to each other. They talk about each other. They talk about each other. So, of course, this girl was not talking about her friend to anybody, but Shweta was talking. Now we can see her heart is very simple.
तुम दोनों का अलग अलग टैलेंट्स है और तुम दोनों मिलके साथ में काम करके प्रभुपाद जी के इस मिशन को बहुत आगे ले जाते हो।
She is a smart counselor. So counselor said, hey, you both have talents and you have to bring the talents together and then make Prabhupada's mission successful. So the counselor's job is not to create envy between two devotees. but to put off the fire of that envy and make them friends, even if there is some insecurities.
तो मैं एक बार श्वेता से बात करूंगी और पता करूंगी कि अगर वो तुम्हारा हाथ पटा सकती है कि नहीं।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा श्वेता, आओ आओ, तुम्हारा ही इंतजार है।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, हाउ आर यू?
ठीक हूँ। हरि बोल श्वेता, पता है कल मैं शांति से मिली थी, वो तुम्हारी बहुत तारीफ कर रही थी।
सच्ची माता जी? आजकल मैं उसे दूर से ही देखती हूँ। लगभग 2 हफ्ते हो चुके हैं माता जी उसे बात किए हुए। कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि उसे कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता माता जी, क्योंकि अब उसकी जिंदगी जो बस गई।
नहीं नहीं श्वेता, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। शांति ये कह रही है कि वो कृष्ण भक्ति में नई लड़कियों को लाने में काफी एक्सपर्ट है, मगर तुम जो हो, तुम फिलॉसफी में एक्सपर्ट हो और नई लड़कियों को साधना में स्थिर करने में बहुत मदद कर सकती हो। कल वो तुम्हें बहुत प्यार।
If somebody has inferiority complex, if you give them a boost or encouragement, they can come out of it. Like I heard a story that 2 frogs fell into a well, and all the frogs were standing at the periphery of the well and criticizing them. So they both were trying to jump like this, but one of the frogs could jump out, the other frog could not. The reason was the frog which jumped out was actually a frog who had a deaf ear. Deaf ear. He could not hear the criticism. But the criticism was heard by the other frog, whose jumping ability became diminished because of hearing criticism. So, therefore, it is useless to have somebody who repeatedly criticizes us and pushes us down. But we need people who can encourage us and uplift us. So here you can see this lady, what is she doing? She's telling her counselor that actually, Shanti, she's able to bring people, but she says that you are better at cultivating people. You may have a small number, but the number is a very quality number. So she's encouraging.
से याद कर रही थी।
अरे नहीं माता जी, मैं तो पतित हूँ।
अरे नहीं यार, शांति बोल रही थी कि जो 4 लड़कियों को तुम ट्रेन कर रहे हो, वो हॉस्टल्स में जाके खूब प्रचार कर रहे हैं कृष्ण भक्ति का प्रचुर मात्रा में। तुमने इतने अच्छे से उनको ट्रेन किया, और शांति के पास जो 10 लड़कियां हैं, वो चाहती हैं कि वो 10 लड़कियों को भी तुम ही ट्रेन करो एक वीकली प्रोग्राम के माध्यम से, ताकि वो भी पावरफुल प्रीचर्स बन सके तुम्हारे पास जो 4 लड़कियां हैं ना, उनकी तरह। क्या तुम और वो आपस में बैठ के ये बात कर सकते हो?
क्यों नहीं माता जी, उसकी सहायता करना मेरे लिए बहुत खुशी की बात है। अगर आप चाहती हो तो उसे आज ही मिलूं?
हाँ हाँ, क्यों नहीं, बहुत अच्छा होगा अगर तुम उसे आज ही मिलोगे।
At last, see, this is a very rare sight, because 2 people who are having problem with each other, not this lady has problem with this girl, but they are able to see each other's face by the mercy of a counselor, correct? No? Actually, this is one of the jobs of leaders. If we can bring about confidence in those feeling inferiority complex and give them the confidence to come out of it, now you will see they both will make something constructive.
बात मिलके बहुत अच्छा लगा।
राधिका माता जी मुझे बोली तुमसे बात करनी।
याद है हम दोनों कॉलेज के पहले साल में कितना मजा किया करते थे? और तुम्हें याद है कि राधिका माता जी ने हमें ISKCON में भरतनाट्यम डांस करने के लिए कहा जन्माष्टमी के दिन? उन्होंने भक्त बनाया हमें। कितने अच्छे दिन थे हमारी जिंदगी के। आजकल कॉलेज से ग्रेजुएट होके जॉब, प्रीचिंग ने मेरा सारा वक्त छीन लिया। मैं तुम्हें बहुत मिस करती हूँ।
अरे वो मुझे बहुत मिस करती है। मैं क्यों इतना बुरा सोच रही हूँ उसके बारे में, जबकि वो इतना अच्छा सोचती है मेरे बारे में।
श्वेता, क्या हुआ? चुप क्यों हो गई? मैंने कुछ गलत कह दिया क्या?
अरे नहीं, तुम कितने दयालु हो। मेरे वजह से ये दूरी बढ़ गई हमारे बीच में।
दूरी तो कभी थी ही नहीं। सच्ची बताऊं, मेरे पास इतनी सारी लड़कियां होते हुए भी मुझ में बिल्कुल भी ताकत नहीं है कि मैं उन्हें ट्रेन कर पाऊं जैसे तुम करती हो।
नहीं शांति, ये तुम्हारी विनम्रता है।
नहीं, बल्कि हम सब अलग अलग चीज़ों में अच्छे हैं। तुम अलग तरीके से गिफ्टेड हो और मैं अलग तरीके से। मैं तुम्हारी आभारी रहूंगी अगर तुम मेरे 10 लड़कियों को ट्रेन कर सको।
अगर तुम्हारे तोड़े लड़कियों को ट्रेनिंग देने से तुम्हारा मदद होगा तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगेगा शांति। मेरी मम्मी पापा भी चाहते हैं कि मैं घर ही संभालूं, इसीलिए मैं पढ़ाई के बाद जॉब नहीं की। मेरे पास थोड़ा वक्त है, मैं उस 10 लड़कियों को वीकली प्रोग्राम में ट्रेन करूंगी।
तुम और मैं बहुत अच्छा टीम बनाएंगे। हम लड़कियों को बहुत अच्छे से ट्रेन करेंगे और माता जी को सौंप देंगे। क्या कहते हो?
बहुत अच्छा प्लान है शांति।
और मुझे लगता है कि हमें हफ्ते में एक बार मिलना चाहिए। साथ में खाना बनाएंगे, मंदिर जाएंगे। मुझे तुमसे मिलके बहुत अच्छा लगा। मैं बहुत फ्रेश फील कर रही हूँ।
सच कहूँ तो मुझे एक अच्छी दोस्त की कमी है। मेरे ज़्यादा दोस्त नहीं है। तुम्हें तो बहुत सालों से जानती हो। तुम ही मेरे अच्छे दोस्त हो शांति।
ओह, इस सैटरडे को छुट्टी है मेरा। मिले दोपहर 1 बजे?
हाँ ज़रूर, मेरे घर में लंच प्रसाद से शुरू करेंगे और भागवतम पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है ना?
हाँ, एक सैटरडे तुम्हारे घर, अगला मेरे घर।
ओह हाँ शांति, मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रहा है तुमसे इतने दिनों बाद मिलकर।
मुझे भी। हरी बोल।
हरी बोल। माता जी।
हरी बोल। बहुत खुश नजर आ रही हो।
हाँ माता जी।
क्या हुआ?
शांति को मिलने के बाद मेरे सारे के सारे बुरा ख्याल दूर हो गया माता जी। वो कितनी अच्छी और प्यारी है। मेरे मन में ही ये जलन और गलतफहमी शुरू हुआ माता जी। उसको मिलने के बाद अब मैं बहुत हल्का महसूस कर रही हूँ। हम दोनों को फिर से मिलाने के लिए बहुत धन्यवाद माता जी।
अरे वाह, ये तो बहुत खुश खबर है। और आप दोनों की महत्वपूर्ण कंट्रीब्यूशन से ही मैं गर्ल्स प्रीचिंग में प्रभुपाद जी के मिशन में कुछ कर पा रही हूँ। और खास करके आप दोनों की ये खूबसूरत दोस्ती देख के मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है और गर्व भी।
आपके इंस्पिरेशन और एग्जाम्पल से ही हम भक्ति में आगे बढ़ पा रहे हैं माता जी। प्लीज हमें ऐसे ही गाइड करते रहिए माता जी और आपके शेल्टर में रहने दीजिए।
हम सब मिलके प्रभुपाद जी के शरण में आए हैं और इस परिवार में हमारे ये जो रिश्ते बन रहे हैं ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, क्योंकि इन्हीं रिश्तों से हम मिलके माया के विरुद्ध, माया के खिलाफ एक युद्ध प्रकट कर सकते हैं। नहीं तो अकेले रह जाएंगे तो गुम हो जाएंगे इस माया जाल में। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। ख्याल रखना। हरे कृष्णा।
You understood, na? Shanti and Shweta there. Is it? Oh, is it? Okay, you know that. Okay. Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, right. So, you got an idea, huh? So, one of the two was feeling inferiority complex, correct, no? And it was how it was removed. That's what we saw now. It's difficult to remove actually. I mean, people they get stuck also in that. But with some effort, it's this drama. When I wrote this drama, my main intention in writing this skit was many times we all imagine problems, although they actually don't exist. Because of not talking to each other, the problems get compounded by that over a period of time. So, now it is 2:30. We will show you. Actually, for solving the inferiority complex, there are 5 solutions.
The second one is very rhyming. Bhakti is for all big and small.
I made like that when I made. It's ABCD. You saw that? Aspire to do good. Krishna will make you great. Bhakti is for all, big and small. Compare yourself with yourself. And do seva not for just duty's sake. But, okay, I will explain each of this briefly. See, what is that? Prabhupada, did he aspire to become great or he aspired to do good? Yeah. Actually, many great people whom the world calls as great, those people are very simple people, like say Dr. Kalam, for example. He never wanted to be known as a genius or something. He just was a good soul. Prabhupada also went to America. He never thought, my fame should be spread all over the three worlds or something. He just wanted to do good to the world. So those who target their attention on trying to do some good with some good intention, Krishna makes them great. That's the first point. Yeah. Like His Holiness Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj was telling in Chopari temple, this Radhanath Swami Maharaj never wanted to be a leader. Therefore Krishna has made him leader. He was telling. He didn't want to be a leader. He just wanted to be a coward boy, milking the cow in New Vrindavan, he was telling. So, it's a very amazing thing, Those who don't want to exploit and enjoy, Krishna gives them abundantly. Like Sudama, he gave so much. Yeah. So, Sudama also, he didn't want to be popularized in the scriptures about him. He just wanted friendship of Krishna. So, he went to meet Krishna personally. So, aspire to do good, we will end up becoming great by Krishna's grace. Second is bhakti is for all, big and small. Example is Hanuman and squirrel. Big and small, correct, no? It's for all. Krishna Prabhupada says, seva rendered by a calf and Srimati Radharani, there is no difference, Prabhupada says. So, somebody may be shocked to hear this. Really? Radharani service and calf service. But Prabhupada is talking about the absolute nature of seva. The service rendered by both is in quality one. So, in our spiritual life, how you do what you do. We can give another example of Jatayu also. One is a squirrel recognized by Ram. Another one is Jatayu. And Jatayu failed also in his battle. Jatayu against Ravana. Even though he failed, still his bhakti was recognized because Ram was pleased with his effort itself. So Lord sees the effort, not the output. He saw the little effort of squirrel. He saw the little effort of Jatayu, you see. And third is compare yourself with yourself means, how was I performing last year and how am I performing now? We have to see that. So what all we can compare? I'll write here below.
During book distribution, there was a quote, I believe, from His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu, that we see how many books are sold. Yeah. Krishna is seeing how many books we show.
We show. Amazing. I'll write that point also. Amazing point. That means Krishna sees the effort. Lord sees effort. That's one point. So, and then I was telling about comparing. Okay. This is coming in this point, it comes. This comes in this. Bhakti is for all, big and small. It comes in that point. So here I gave examples of Prabhupada, Dr. Kalam, etc. These people were humble, simple. Even Prabhupada quotes Gandhi also. These fellows tried to work hard for some great cause, but they never thought they'll become famous. They didn't intend to become famous. That's the whole point. They intended to do something good. Compare yourself with yourself. Okay. you know, you have to be growing in spiritual life, not just going through spiritual life. Like, So we can check, okay, is my sadhana improving in quality and quantity? Is my Prabhupada book study getting better? Am I rendering seva? Not only seva, even you can even say about things like our relationship with devotees, our false pride. You can ask, is my false pride diminishing, etc. 1 year ago and now, correct, no? Compare. Is my taste for spiritual activities increasing? Is my attraction, Maya's allurements reducing? Like this, you can ask question 1 year and go and you can compare. Can ourselves, we have so much homework to do. Why bother about others? We ourselves have so much homework to do, comparing ourselves. Another point, we can compare ourselves with others for two things. Yeah, take inspiration and also learn from others or approach others. Right now, approach and observe others and take inspiration from them. That's one reason. And to help those who are needy. Especially those who seek our help or guidance. Then there's no problem. We can compare, because we should not ridicule those who are inferior to us, and we should not be envious of those who are better than us. Okay. So now I have to stop here for today because I have a flight 2:45 sharp. I'm supposed to leave from here. So next class, our Abdul Babu will say, when is the next class?
Next is 19th April. So we have 19th April is the next date. And then we have a gap. So we have next subsequent on 19th July.
Okay.
May is anyway summer vacation for children. So summer vacation for us also.
So there no problem. So I should put it in SLATE, this one? I won't be able to put, I think.
Yeah, you can send me and I'll send to you.
Here I'll put it?
Yes, Prabhu.
So this notes I have put. Okay, I can do one more thing. I will put one more PPT, which you all can see and come. You have some time?
Yes, Prabhu.
Because if you see and come, it will be easy when we speak. So.
And we have a 1 month gap, so people will get time.
Yeah. So 2 PPTs I'll put. One is inferiority complex, one is superiority complex.
Prabhuji, just a suggestion.
Yes, Prabhuji.
If you permit, we can have a group discussion session. When you are not available, we can discuss the PPT amongst ourselves.
Oh, that will be even great. If you can do that. Wonderful. That will save my time also. Yes, Prabhu. You can do that. Then you can fix a date amongst yourself.
There's a slight challenge, Prabhuji. The groups which we had formed initially, They are now, I mean,
change now. Is it?
So we'll try.
Again, you can make otherwise.
We'll try to do something and have some discussions.
See, there are two PPTs. One on inferiority complex, one on superiority complex.
Yes, Prabhuji.
In your group thing, you can go through it, discuss amongst yourself.
Yes, Prabhuji.
When I come, it will go very fast.
Yes, Prabhuji.
In fact, you can keep questions ready for me when I come.
Sure, Prabhuji.
So that you can ask me those questions, I can answer. Because these are self-explanatory.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Very easy PPT.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And you can use it in your preaching also. If you're giving lectures in colleges and all, even one-time program, this will be very helpful also.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So both I have sent you, Prabhu. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.